What has this off-season been like for you between finishing the title and the ESPYs and geared up? What has this roller coaster been like?
It's been literally all over the place. It's been a lot of fun though. Obviously went from season ending and then we're pretty much right back at it. Like 2 weeks later you go Christmas and then you're right back at school. So didn't really get too much time to slow down right after that, but spring started, got in here with a new group of girls, which was a lot of fun. And then, draft party for my brother, and then, ESPYs, all this other crazy stuff that's going on. So it's been a lot of fun. Obviously been super busy, but definitely excited to get back into a routine and have season starting and have practices and everything going.
Was there anyone at the ESPYs that you met that was cool in your opinion?
Yeah. Miles Garrett obviously is like the GOAT, so that was really fun. And he's also just really cool. Him and his fiance are super cool people and really fun to talk to. Dwight Howard also is like a really crazy pull. I feel like every time I say that, everyone's like, really? But Dwight Howard was really cool. He was really nice. So those are probably my top two, but there's so many people there that are absolutely amazing and obviously really talented at what they do. So,
is there anyone that you were surprised that had watched the game or knew who you were?
Miles. Yeah, Miles for sure. I did not think that he was going to have a clue as to who I was, but I was like, I knew if I saw him, I had to get a picture because we're the only two Aggies there, and that was just really cool. So ran into him, and he was like, oh my gosh, yeah, congrats on the season and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, thank you. Him for sure. And then it was also cool, well, I know, rough, sensitive subject, but Texas softball was there, and they actually, a lot of them were like my biggest fans, so that was really funny. But they were all also really cool, and I was excited for them. Obviously, similar seasons, so.
Just looking back throughout y'all's run, people really gravitated toward your story and just the way you were able to come back and perform the way you were. Just what did that mean to you, I guess, just personally, that people had that kind of response to your story?
Yeah, it was really cool. Obviously, I think I lived it and went through a lot of hard times and everything, but for everybody to grab onto that and think that story was really cool, I think to me the best part about it is just my faith. Obviously I wouldn't have been able to do it without the Lord, and so having that story kind of everywhere and just reflecting who the Lord is and what he is capable of, and with my story and everything like that, what he can just do in a person's day-to-day life just by showing up. So it's really cool to see that everywhere, and obviously it led to literally going to the ESPYs, so stuff like that is just insane.
How much does this season feel like a continuation, a carryover from last season, but there's a lot of new players? How much does it feel like a hard reset? What's kind of the feeling for you? This is one of the few returning starters.
Yeah, it's basically right in the middle. To me, I was just talking to a girl about this the other day, but it's the game of volleyball. The ball doesn't change, the net doesn't change, the court doesn't change, it's still volleyball. So you just continue on with that. You continue on with everything that we're learning in the gym. I think that the ceiling, there is no ceiling in the game of volleyball. You can always get better. So we kind of just pick up where we left off last season, individually, also as a team, just growing off of what we've done to continue to get better, but also it is a brand new team. And so kind of restarting and flipping the page with that, with just the chemistry, getting along with each girl, building new relationships and seeing what that looks like on the court is going to be a new page. But I think you just kind of combine the two and we'll see what happens.
Just as you guys are getting going here in the preseason, what would you say maybe is kind of the identity that this team's starting to form, in your opinion, that you've noticed?
Seems fun. I think we're learning how to play volleyball together, but all of our personalities are so different that it's literally probably the most fun I've ever had on the court, because you have Kaya hitting the Heisman pose after getting a block and stuff like that. It's a different way to get momentum going. But I think at the end of the day, we're just still a gritty volleyball team. Balls aren't going to hit the floor very easily against us, and we're just going to continue on with that. But it's definitely going to be a different look with how we interact, chemistry-wise, and different cheers and stuff that we have going. It's going to be a lot of fun.
For the success that you had last year, just what are some of the ways that you've tried to grow in your game to even keep going higher and higher?
Yeah, Jamie and I talk about this every day, actually. It's for anybody in the game of volleyball. We always talk about just 1 degree changes. You never, want to go from ground level to now, shooting for the stars. And so for everybody, it's just 1 degree better at every little thing that you can think of. And so, specifically, I guess in my game, just getting more consistent in serve receive, more consistent serving, more aggressive on serving has been one of the big points for me this offseason, and just more adding range wherever I can offensively and stuff like that. Obviously, blocking is an area you can kind of always grow in. So just those little 1 degree changes, and it's more so situational than it is like overall in the whole game of volleyball, but kind of just trying to fix those 1 points a game that we can take from the other team instead of giving those up.
Go ahead.
After national championship, it can kind of be rare to keep coaches around, especially assistant coaches. How cool is it that Jamie and his entire staff?
Yeah, it's awesome, absolutely awesome. I think it's also just a testament to the university as a whole and everything that we give back to the coaches. I mean, obviously they've done a lot for us, but at the end of the day, there's so much more going on in their lives that we don't see, that's not on the TV at the end of a game. So just the university as a whole, this community is one that is hard to give up. So it means the world to all of us for sure to have them all stick around. But I also genuinely just think that it's a big compliment to this place.
What have you just seen from the girls that came in as transfers and just kind of what they're bringing to the table for your team?
They're all awesome. Yeah, they're all very different, obviously. I mean, we have a bunch of different positions as well, but I think they're all, I mean, my favorite word I feel like to describe them is firecrackers. They bring a lot of energy and a lot of just intensity to the play and the game of volleyball as a whole. Yeah, I think Nat is I mean, she's a baller, like across the board, just going to go out, find big rips on every single ball no matter where it's at. Kaya and Eliza both are similar in that in the middle. They're going to put up big blocks. They're going to make big moves for us, and they're also going to be that same energy source for the rest of the team as a whole. And Lily's a fun one because I've known her since I was 12, so we played together in club when we were 13 and 14. So I've known her for a very long time, and she's very similar, just that personality. And then on the court, she's also just going to bring the energy across the board and get everybody going whenever she can.
I guess if there's someone you want to know, have a previous relationship with, it's a setter, right?
Yeah.
How easy has it been to slide into that dynamic?
Yeah, it's, I mean, simple, but also, the game changes across the years and over the years, and we obviously were separate for a little bit, so it didn't take long. I would say after like a week or two, Jamie was like, "Oh my gosh, how did y'all just connect on that ball?" And we're like, "Yeah, we go way back." But yeah, no, it's definitely huge, and it definitely is also like that in different ways than most people would think. Like you mainly would just think set and hit, but also goes like that with defense, finding edges and stuff like that. We just kind of trust each other and where we're at. But I don't necessarily think that it's just a Lily thing. I think it's also just the team as a whole and getting into the gym throughout the spring. Every single setter I feel like we've been kind of connecting with and finding ways to do all of that, but it is fun to have someone from that long ago, I feel like.
What was the name of y'all's club team y'all played?
We were at TAV.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at TAV the whole time. She kind of bounced around, but we were at it was TAV 13 black and TAV 14 black.
What are you just hoping to learn about your team over this next week as y'all have a inter-squad scrimmage and then go and play at Baylor over the weekend?
I'm excited to actually have an audience and get out there and show people what we've been working on. It's been a long time coming, obviously kind of resetting with the team and who's going to be out there, the starting six and all that. So excited to get out there with everybody and kind of show what we've been working on throughout the past 8 months. But yeah, also just excited to compete with these girls. We go at it every day in practice against each other, but excited to see what that looks like against someone else.